Osmosis is the diffusion of a solvent through a semipermeable membrane, and we're going to test it with this experiment. Here, after putting the eggs in vinegar, we can immediately see how the bubbles are formed because of the reaction of the acid and the shell, that it's calcium, so it's a base. So that's why these bubbles are produced. Here, after 2 days of the egg being in vinegar, we can see how all the shell of the egg disintegrated. It disintegrated because of the contact with the acid of the vinegar and the base of the calcium. Then we can see the eggs without the shell and just the plasma membrane. Here you have to put them in the hypotonic and the hypertonic solution, and that is like hypotonic means that it doesn't have a big amount of salt. It's just like the water, for example. And then hypertonic means that it has a big concentration of salts in the solvent, and it makes it like to be more concentrated. Here, the egg that you are seeing in your left is the egg in the hypertonic solution because it has a lot of salt. But then the egg on the right is in a hypotonic solution, it's just water. So basically, because hypotonic is just water, it doesn't have a big concentration of solutes. Then we have to wait 24 hours for the osmosis to occur. After that, we can see that the egg on the left with our hypertonic solution just seems to be a little bit smaller, and the plasma membrane is like more transparent. On the other hand, the hypotonic solution, the egg looks bigger because the water entered the cell through the plasma membrane. First, we can see in this hypotonic solution that the shell of the egg was diminished by the vinegar. This is because the shell of the egg is from calcium and the vinegar is acid. So it decomposed it and it made just the membrane stay there. So the membrane absorbed. So then the membrane absorbed all the water, and that's why the egg became bigger in the hypotonic solution. In the other hand, in the hypertonic solution, our egg just made a little bit smaller because of the water that passed through the membrane to be like with the solute that it's outside, the salt in the water, because like it has to be in this kind of solution. The egg became really smaller because all the water molecules pass through the membrane, and then that's why the egg became smaller. So because all the molecules of water came out, so that's why it's more smaller. And in conclusion, that's the process of osmosis.